Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving right into the Q2FY26 earnings call from Polycab India, and we're going to unpack how they delivered what might just be one of their strongest quarters ever. All right, let's just cut to the chase. Polycab's second quarter wasn't just good. It was a flat-out, record-shattering performance. I mean, this really set a whole new benchmark for the company. And this one number is right at the heart of the story. 7 billion rupees. That's their profit after tax for the quarter. Basically, the pure profit they walked away with after everyone and everything was paid. And to be clear, that is the highest second quarter profit in the company's entire history. And here's the thing. It wasn't just one metric looking good. We're talking about the highest ever revenue for both the second quarter and the first half of the year. Profit just soared, up 56%, and their operating profit jumped an incredible 62%. All of this while sitting on a huge pile of cash. So the big question is, how on earth did they do it? Okay, let's peel back the layers on that performance so you can really see the sheer scale of this growth. Now, this slide tells such a great story. You see revenue is up a really healthy 18%. But look at the profit, up 56%. Now, when your profit grows way faster than your sales, that tells you something absolutely crucial. The company is getting much, much more profitable. It means they're becoming more efficient at turning every single rupee of sales into actual profit. And this is where you can really see that efficiency at play. Both of their profit margins just took a huge leap forward. For anyone who isn't familiar, BIPS just means basis points. So that 430 BIPS jump in their EBITDA margin, that's a massive 4.3 percentage point increase in just 1 year. That is a gigantic leap in efficiency. And all that profitability? Well, it leads to this. Nearly 30 billion rupees in pure cash just sitting on their balance sheet. It's such a clear sign of the company's incredible financial health and stability, and it gives them a ton of firepower for whatever they want to do next. So where did all this massive growth actually come from? Well, to understand that, we've got to look at the heart of the company's business. Yeah, there's really no mystery here. You can see it plain as day. The wires and cables division is the undisputed powerhouse of Polycab. It's driving the vast majority of their revenue and was the engine behind this quarter's incredible performance. What's really remarkable is just how broad this growth was. I mean, it wasn't just one thing. You've got this powerful combination of government spending on infrastructure, private companies starting to invest again, and just really strong consumer demand from all across India. And on top of all that, their international business is also firing on all cylinders with 25% growth. This isn't just a fluke, it's a sign of really deep, fundamental demand for their products. But hey, Polycab is more than just wires. So let's take a look at their other major segments. One is FMEG, which stands for fast-moving electrical goods. You know, things like fans, lights, and switches. And the other is their big projects division, known as EPC. Now here, the picture is a little more nuanced. In the FMEG business, solar products were a standout performer, which makes sense with the big government push for renewables. Meanwhile, the EPC projects division actually saw its revenue go down a bit, but that's really just due to the timing of when these big projects get finished. The crucial part is their order book looks really healthy, which means the future looks solid. Okay, so these results are obviously great, but what about the long-term plan? Where are they headed? Well, for that, we need to turn to their new strategic initiative. So the company has laid out this big, multi-year strategy, and they're calling it Project Spring. So what's it all about? This is basically their roadmap for the future. And they're not just aiming to grow. They want to grow 1.5 to 2 times faster than the rest of the industry. They're also looking to go more global, pushing exports to make up over 10% of their business. And they haven't forgotten about FMEG. They want to make that segment a lot more profitable. And finally, it's about returning more value to shareholders. And listen, they are not just talking a big game. They are putting their money where their mouth is. This number is their annual guidance for capital expenditure, or CapEx. That's the money they plan to invest back into the business for things like new factories and technology. And they're serious about it. They've already spent 7.5 billion rupees in just the first half of the year. You know, it's also really important to remember the environment Polycab is operating in. India is the fastest growing major economy in the world right now. You've got strong consumer spending, government investment is up a whopping 43% year on year, and the real estate sector is healthy. All of this creates a huge tailwind for a company like Polycab, giving them a nice buffer against any global slowdown. Now, right in the middle of all these record numbers, the company also announced a pretty significant change in its financial leadership. Mr. Tonga, who's been with the company since 2018, took a moment to reflect on what has been just an incredible journey, from a private company to a true market leader. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That one statement tells you everything you need to know about the immense scale of value and growth this company has created in just a handful of years. It's just a stunning testament to their execution. So let's wrap this up. What are the big takeaways here? First, Polycab just delivered a monster quarter, a truly historic one. Second, that success is being powered by its core wires and cables business. Third, they have a really clear roadmap for the future with Project Spring. And finally, this whole operation is built on an incredibly strong, rock-solid financial foundation. This is a company that is just firing on all cylinders. The results are impressive, no doubt about it. But the real question is one of momentum. Can they keep this up? Can they continue this incredible run? That's the key thing to watch going forward. Thanks for joining this explainer.